A 27 discovered a Topeka plasma center may be putting the nation's plasma supply at high risk of being contaminated with the AIDS virus.
27's Linton Johnson has been investigating this story for 2 months now. He joins us tonight with some of his findings. Linton?
Ron and Amy, plasma is the part of your blood that slows down your bleeding, but because there's such a high demand for plasma centers can make anywhere from $50 to a couple of $100 per donation. And if the plasma they collect is infected with disease, it puts you at risk. If you're in a situation where you're losing blood fast, chances are paramedics will give you plasma to help your blood clot until you get to a hospital. But what if that plasma is at high risk of being contaminated with the AIDS virus? Would you want it then?
I guess if you're going to die anyway, it would be at least a chance, but I wouldn't want to have contaminated blood products of any kind.
I think I would rather go ahead and die on the spot than I would suffer through maybe possibly years of AIDS.
There are many plasma collection sites in the U.S., including this one in Topeka called the Alpha Plasma Center. 27 News has obtained recent documents from the Food and Drug Administration saying there was a fundamental problem with the way Alpha screens its donors. The FDA says the center fails to consistently look into the donor's lifestyle for possible high-risk activities.
We're never instructed to take high-risk donors.
Oh, yeah. That was normal. And I'm sure you'll hear that from everyone else.
Richard Festa is a former Alpha employee. He says he was fired because he threatened to tell the FDA he was being instructed to allow people to donate, even if they were at a high risk of having HIV. The FDA defines some of these donors as men who've ever had sex with another man since 1977, past or present intravenous drug users, and people with temperatures greater than 100.5 for 10 days.
You told them that you had sex with other men?
Yeah.
And they still allowed you to donate?
Yeah.
Charles asked us to protect his identity because he says he has HIV and doesn't want anyone to know. He, like many donors, needs the $20 he gets for donating.
You had a high temperature.
Yeah, I still donate.
But you never told them that you had HIV, but you had all the signs of it.
Right.
And you knew you had the signs of it.
Right.
Your doctor later confirmed to you that you had HIV.
Yeah.
They knew you had the signs of it.
Yeah.
They still allowed you to donate.
Yeah.
Our sources, who are past and present employees, point Charles out as one of many donors who they believe shouldn't be donating. But they say this man, Center Director Brian Webster, instructs them otherwise.
What we're talking about basically is malpractice here. Someone doing something intentionally wrong to make a buck. And if it was a doctor, you know, he'd be in prison right now.
Were you ever pressured to go out of compliance with the FDA?
Now, we took situations to the director and told them the things that were going on, even though this came directly from the donor's mouth that they were admitted drug users or things like that. He would say it was hearsay.
Robert is one of many of our sources who fears retaliation from Alpha if his identity is revealed.
Why should we trust you?
Because I'm honest. I mean, I have no reason other than the public needs to be aware of what's going on up there.
We tried to get an on-camera interview with the center director, Brian Webster, but he declined. Centers like Alpha can't catch every donor who might have HIV, so the FDA requires all centers to have their plasma tested. But the FDA says the process by which donors are screened is extremely important. Tomorrow night at 6, we'll go undercover to show you how our sources say plasma can get away with all of this.
All right, thanks, Linton, for that report.